Hey, welcome to the channel. There's a topic that I'm very passionate about. I've tried to make this video a few times and I end up talking way too much. I'm gonna try not to talk a lot. But you really got to hear this, okay? Like, guys, if you can't tell the difference between somebody who's just trying to keep you engaged and entertain you and make money from people who are actually trying to just teach you shit and actually like care about you learning, then maybe this video is for you, okay? But maybe you still won't learn, okay? Like, let's take something that I think a lot of people understand, which is like the fitness industry, right? And then, well, let's just call it the fitness industry, right? How many people will try to keep you engaged every single day with different lifts? If you tried to write a program out for the amount of lifts that these people have showed you and the amount of permutations and shit, you won't even know what to do. That's part of the plan. They want to confuse you because when they confuse you, then you have to reach out to them and then, oh, I take private clients. I can help you there. Okay. So do they really care about you, right? Or do they care about your money? Another thing is about the diets, right? Like fucking don't eat any meat. You can only eat this way. Only eat food that's raw. Only eat meat, right? So they're complete opposites. Be a carnivore, be a vegan, right? Which one is it? Right? Well, look at how I'm built. If you want to look like this. I even thought about fucking doing this once, right? If I'm in good shape, right? I've stayed in good shape most of my life. And now I'm, competing in judo. So I'm trying to, my weight it stays much lower. So I'm much leaner than usual. If I wake up in the morning and, I'm cold and stuff, without a shirt on, I just look like somebody who's in good shape. But if I freaking put a bunch of blood into my muscles and I have the right lighting and all that kind of stuff, holy shit, what a difference, right? And I could be like, so before I started doing this, this is how I looked. And then I changed this up. You should buy my supplements. Bullshit lies, right? You literally within the same day can change the lighting, can change the pump. You get a pump, right? That's it. Like everybody who's in decent lean fit, shape is going to show a massive difference in how much their muscles show when they get a pump, right? Just to lie to you to be like, oh, if you do my workout plan, if you do my food eating plan, if you, take the supplements that I sell, then you'll look just like me. And so many people fall for it. Okay. If you think that the influencers that are trying to influence you in jujitsu are any different, then you are fucking clueless. Okay. It is the one grappling style that has had the most charlatan like approach ever, right? Can't learn how to do wrestling from a wrestler. That's going to teach bad habits. Can't learn judo from a judoka. The rules are different. Oh, God. Oh, throws have no control. But if you buy my scrimmage wrestling system, I'll teach you everything that you need to know. I'm not going to steal the whole thing from folk style wrestling and lie to you and say that wrestling is just about takedowns and not holding people down on the ground, because that's not true, right? That's not American folk style, which is control on the ground, which literally two out of the fucking three periods are how good is your ground game. That is folk style wrestling. If you take somebody down in the first period, right, then you try to hold them down. At least you should. At least the old way when we did it was because you can try to get a riding time point. And you can do that strategically. I've talked about strategy of wrestling and stuff before. Why does nobody care? Because it's not sexy. It's not fancy. If I show you real ways to fucking score on somebody that's safe and not going to get you hurt, nowhere near the same like level of views and influence, right? And the number of followers and viewers and all that, or I should say, number of followers and number of subscribers, right? Followers are like Instagram, subscribers are YouTube. It really has nothing to do with anything because if I show like a technique video and I have like what, like 8,600 subscribers, maybe 800 people will look at it, right? And what does that even mean? I don't even know who these followers are. I mean, obviously you're not following. Obviously you're not fucking a subscriber because you don't really, or obviously you don't really care about learning anything because what I'm teaching you isn't online, not to make money. I put together instructionals, okay, because they're way better products. Like working with Jordan, and that's different. That's not what I'm talking about. People who will work hard to put together an instructional to build you a system, that is useful information. It's going to be, or at least it should be, much higher fucking quality than like what I did in my garage. Okay. And like the second instructional ride escapes, I haven't shown any of that shit, right? Like on YouTube. Because I frankly got so frustrated with the whole thing that I was just like, these people don't want to learn. What they want to see, well, they said that they wanted to see. They say that they want to see me spar. So I put out competition footage. 100 something views. 200 fucking views. You don't want to see me spar. What you want to see is fucking entertainment. You want to see me talk shit about somebody. You want to see me talk about like how somebody's wrestling isn't very good in jujitsu, right? You want to see that is the truth, by the way, when I'm telling you those things. But that's what you want to see. Like it's not like you want to be entertained. You want to watch a bodybuilder just get fucking giant, huge, and then you want to think, what is that guy on? Hmm. I could probably look like him if I took what he's taking. Look at Gordon Ryan, he's so big. And then now, like jujitsu steroids, like that's like the biggest topic, right? So Joe Rogan talking about steroids, Andrew Huberman talking about steroids. That's how Andrew Huberman got fucking famous in the first place. And same thing with fucking Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette first got like popular by his steroid talking and telling literally people how to use them. And then he just denounced all of it, right? And then was like, oh, don't do it. Only get on THC from a doctor. Only if it's doctor prescribed. Don't break the law in your state or whatever. And it's because he got arrested for fucking trafficking shit across the border. Okay, like, but they all got big that way. I mean, I had literally the exact same fucking degree as Huberman. The same one. It's the same curriculum, okay? And like, I'm an NIH funded researcher. He used to be an NIH funded researcher and he quit doing research because he got so big online talking about steroids. Like, I have a degree in my master's degree is probably pretty much neuroendocrinology was like the like curriculum. And then in neuroscience, I teach people all the time how all the different fucking hormones work through the pituitary and all the different neurons in the hypothalamus that talk to that and all the different freaking glands and stuff that they work on and how that all works. So I have a very huge amount of knowledge about that stuff. Why am I not talking to you about it? Because I don't want to be an influencer who just makes daily content to fucking lie to you, to tell you what you can and what you can't do, just to keep you engaged, don't really care. Oh, be a vegan, be a carnivore. If that stuff helps you, that's fine, right? But the people who are usually teaching this shit to you are full of shit. All of the different weightlifting things are, oh, how did I get looking like this? Oh, well, I just didn't do push-pull legs. Oh, no, siree. Like, I lift sandbags and I walk with freaking this and that. Can you do those things? Yes. Is that how you got your physique? Probably fucking not, man. You're full of shit. Okay? We all want to be taught this thing like this guy's got this special move. Ooh, there's a special move. There's no such thing as special moves. Everybody knows the same stuff. But if you have influencers trying to tell you that, right? Or they just pick up something from somebody else and they copy it. I mean, jujitsu people are the worst at this. There's like people in jujitsu right now, okay, that are like identify as wrestlers, so they always wear wrestling shoes on the mat, right? Because oh yes, I was a wrestler. If you look them up, because they're young enough, right? Because this is always mostly young people. If you look them up, because track wrestling kind of started in like 2010, so you can actually flow in track wrestling. You can actually look somebody's record up like around 2010, right? Before that, you can't really. People in Reddit were like, that guy never had a wrestling career. He's never wrestled because I looked him up on track wrestling. Okay, why don't you look up people on track wrestling who are all Americans? Look up Roman Flazar, for example. Okay, look up Tom Noto, like Jose Leon, like people that were in my conference that were just freaking wrecking people all the time. Like these guys were freaking amazing wrestlers. What was that guy's name? Noel Thompson, right? This guy from so Flazar and Noel Thompson were both from Hofstra, multiple time All-Americans. There's not one video of Flazar online, right? If you look him up, you'll see he's the coach of Columbia Wrestling, right? But that guy was a monster when I was wrestling. He doesn't have a profile, so that means he never had a career. Like, no, he did, okay? But like, you can look up some of these jujitsu people who claim to be wrestlers and look them up because they're all pretty young, right? 2010 was around the time or later, right? They were in high school and they had nothing for a record. Right. And if you're winning like fucking less than 50% of your matches in high school and you only had one freaking season, like you don't fucking why are you teaching wrestling? Like high school wrestling is easy. You don't know shit. Right. And then like it's so common today where people think that they could just learn something online and that makes them an expert. Right. I watched boxing as a kid. I'm not a boxer. I wouldn't pretend to be one. I watched MMA as a kid a lot. I don't pretend to be an MMA coach. Right? I never do that, right? I only teach you from my expertise. And that's what everybody else should be doing. But jujitsu is this awesome market of just like, and I don't mean by good awesome, but awesome market of like, I watched this judo move. Now I know how to do it. Why? Because you can hit it on a white belt, right? If you can't hit it on anybody good, it doesn't matter, okay? Like, it's the dumbest thing ever right? I've said this a million times, right? Like I could watch Kung Fu. That doesn't make me a Kung Fu expert, right? People who, how many couch people do you know that are like, couch experts in football? Oh, they should have run this play. Right, yeah, because I would have done it better if it were me, right? Because I played high school football, right? I was third string. Like, shut the fuck up, right? So the influencer things. It's just to keep you engaged. They don't care about you, man. They don't care about you at all. So only watch people who care to teach you stuff. I don't post much at all, okay? And it's because I'm sitting in my office at the university. I have a normal job. Well, I don't know if it's normal, but I have a job. I don't need to be an influencer to make any money. I certainly don't want to be, right? Because it's become Sesame Street. That's what sells now, right? The top 3 ways to take somebody down. The top 3 ways to do this, right? Don't do it like this, blink. Do it like, or do it like this, blink. Like fucking Sesame Street. That's what it's become. Instead of just actually learning shit. People used to go to seminars back in the day, and that's how they learn from wrestling coaches. Right now, they think they can just watch it online. Oh, yeah, I've watched you. There are people that show up to like the gym and stuff and be like, oh, you want to train? I'm just learning, just watching so I can learn. You aren't learning shit by sitting there watching. So, for those of us who've made instructionals, right? Right. So, paid for instructionals, online stuff doesn't matter, right? For free, what? Doesn't matter. You think that I think that you're going to freaking learn that shit by watching me how to do it properly? No, you're going to have to use it as a tool. And what this is like an example and a concept of how to do something, and you have to do it yourself. If you don't do it yourself and then have somebody who also knows something give you some feedback, or at a minimum, right? There's people who do this. They go to a computer, they have a phone over there, and they're like, okay, this person's trying to do this, and then they'll film themselves doing it to see if that's what is going on, right? Now that they have some idea of what they're doing, you're going to have to put it into a live sequence. I don't give a fuck if it's a game. I don't care. I don't care about any of that shit. Okay, it's not new. This whole fucking, oh, it's under certain constraints. Shut up. Just fucking train, right? Put yourself in on a single leg and try to finish it when the other person doesn't let you, right? Oh, yes, but you say the rules of the game and the constraints are the key to the objective. Shut up. Just train, okay? Like, it's all fucking lies for the most part. I've told you who I don't think in this industry are liars, but most of them are, right? If they're putting out daily fucking shorts of these kinds of things, they're just trying to keep you engaged. Now, oh, am I shitting on people for trying to make money? No, I'm not. I know people who do this, and I'm actually huge fans of them, and they know that. If you think I'm talking about you in a bad way, I'm not, okay? There are wrestlers who I very much support, right, who are in jiu-jitsu, very much so, and I want to see them succeed. Okay, and they are influencers because that's primarily where they get their money from, but they're not lying to you. Okay, they are not. Okay, what I'm talking about are people who, maybe their career's fucking over, or they never had a career in the first place. Actually, it's a better one. They never had a career, right? They were never any good, and they fucking try to tell you that this is how you're supposed to do everything, and they don't fucking know what they're doing. Okay, that's the worst. That's why I started my channel in the first place. But then there's other people like their career is basically over, but what they'll do is somebody will like win an MMA match, and then what do? They show a photo. Oh, I know him. Taught him everything he knows. That's why he won that MMA match. Bro, whatever. Person lives all the way on the other side of the world. Trained with me once. That made the difference. Me, right? Or, oh, look at all these Olympians that I know. I too was that good. Yes, you were, and all of that kind of stuff. We fucking know, right? But if you keep doing that, it's just to stay fucking engaged, man. You know what I mean? They're not trying to teach you something. Like, I'm a teacher. That's what I do. I work at the university, right? I just want to teach you. I don't have to do this at all. I don't want to do it. That's actually, you know what? I don't want to. Okay. But what I don't want to keep seeing, what bothers me more, is just watching online this fucking lies and Sesame Street shit being taught by people that don't know what they're doing. And I'm telling you, they don't fucking know what they're talking about. They copy it from somebody else. You're having a hard time turning somebody with a power half. It's because your hands are locked like this. Oh, when you lock your hands like this, it makes all the difference. Yeah, tell me why. I know that you don't know why. I do. I haven't made a video on that. I know why. Don't fucking ask me in the comments how. I'm not going to fucking tell you. I don't even know if I'm going to show you. I'm making a point. There's a million fucking things like that. You think that me just telling you, oh, it's because of this. Yes, now I got it. Now I can do it just as good as you can. Shut up. Stop watching everybody and thinking that that automatically downloads to your fucking brain. You need to train. Train, 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 train. Stop watching, 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 watching. And if you want to learn something, go look it up. I already made a video on this about how to fucking be a good student. Waiting for this to passively come to you is just you dicking around, fucking scrolling, and hoping that life teaches you what you want to know, right? And if it's fucking, if you're watching all this shit about steroids, then the algorithm's gonna feed you steroids, right? Oh, I guess I need to use them now. I'm only 20 years old. If I want to be like Gordon Ryan, I guess I gotta use steroids. Like, it's gonna tell you whatever it thinks that it needs to tell you in order to sell you shit. Ads, right? UFO thing, remember that whole fucking thing? You think that they give a shit whether it's real? You think they give a shit whether it's just the military or drones or whatever? They don't care. The news doesn't care. They just want to keep you engaged because they run ads. And when they run ads, they make money. So it doesn't matter what they tell you. One side says one thing, this is the US. One side says one thing, oh God, it must be true. Other side says something, oh God, it must be true. It just depends on which one you're watching. They don't care. They just want to tell you what you need to hear, what you think you need to hear to sell you shit. Okay. The influencers are no different. The charlatans that told you that you need an entirely new wrestling system because wrestling doesn't work in jiu-jitsu, judo doesn't work in jiu-jitsu because, you can't control anybody after a throw. I showed you that you can. Okay, every throw that I've ever done fucking in judo like lands into a pin. I've never rolled through fucking anything because I've been taught in wrestling to fucking stop, and go to the pin. That doesn't work. You should buy my instructional because I'm gonna steal everything from folk style and then tell you that it's not folk style. I'm gonna lie about how wrestling really works and say that they just stand you up when something's not working. Well, that's freestyle wrestling. That's not folk style wrestling. And jujitsu is closer to fucking folk style and catch wrestling, which is where folk style came from, than anything else. Yes, you need to control people when you get to the ground. That's why 2/3 of the fucking game is how good are you on the ground. Second period, third period, right? You're going to choose down, right? So you train every position. So all of these things that I hear people say, oh God, your takedown, but then you'll end up in his guard. So what? Isn't that jujitsu? You're going to never end up in somebody's guard? Like the fear of being like, don't ever put anybody on your back. Don't ever end up anybody's guard. Don't do this, take down your heads on the outside. Oh, don't do this, take down your heads on the inside. And then you'll get darched. Okay, well, then now you don't know what to do. Oh, that's good. They confused you. They confused you so that now you have to listen to them instead of just actually telling you the truth based on stuff that actually really does pan out. How many fucking things have I told you were going to happen and they happened? Starting from video one, I was telling you not to do certain things. And then by the first ADCC that I ever posted on was 2022, was literally everybody was doing exactly what I said not to do. Everybody lost that position. I'm just going to get on a single leg just so that I can let go and go to the body. Why not just go to the body if that's what you want? So you're not all stretched out trying to get it. Like, and then get bombed and then post your arm out and dislocate your fucking shoulder. Like I've seen, and I posted the elbow dislocation thing too, right? Like most of them are lying to you. You need to be able to figure out the difference. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, don't fall for it. Stop falling for it. You're a victim. Okay, all I ever want, this is all I want. I just want to see the wrestling get better in jiu-jitsu so that I can watch it and have fun. But most of the time when I watch it, I'm just like, oh, because you're making like JV wrestling mistakes that 14-year-old boys who've never wrestled before coming in, and that's the first thing that they do. Okay. And no, it's not because it's wrestling and jiu-jitsu. There's only so many ways to get somebody to the ground. The only thing that matters is the uniform and the rules. What makes judo a whole lot different than jiu-jitsu? And the gi, the pin, and the big throw to the big point. Everything else is the same. You can win by submission, right? And then it's like freestyle wrestling where they stand you up. What's the big difference between freestyle and folk style? The ground game, right? How do you get somebody to the ground? The same fucking way. So don't believe the lies, man. You need to know who's lying to you and who's not. I could make this channel explode tomorrow if only thing I started doing is what the big breakdown guys do. Only showing freaking crazy throws. Only posting videos on crazy throws. Only talking about steroids. I would blow up. And I'm totally qualified to do that. That's practically all I do. My NIH work and all this stuff, right, is I work on certain things. Well, at least in the past, I'm not really working on the ion channel thing for that right now. But hormones that control ion channels and everything, okay? I know a lot about it. I don't think it's relevant to you, and I don't want to talk to you about it, right? So obviously, I'm not trying to make the money off of it. I could. I'll go the Huberman route. And I could start my own supplement company. I could really start making money off you, right? I'll start selling you weight training things and, oh, you should look just like me. This is how you're going to do it. You want to be 45 years old and look like me? Blah, 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 blah. Eat fucking carnivore. Don't eat carnivore. Whatever I want to lie to you about, right? Oh, no, I take Fedoja grazes and fucking Tunga Ale. Shut the fuck up. None of that shit fucking works, right? And all you 20-year-olds that think like I'm just gonna go on what Gordon Ryan went on. Okay, well your stomach's gonna end up like his too. Once you really know as much as this stuff about like I do, you're gonna change your mind about what you think you fucking want in your life. Okay? Like there's no shortcuts. You can't put on a shitload of muscle really fast. I don't care what you fucking do, it's not gonna even be real. Like fucking water and salt. Okay? Like, look up my fucking papers, okay, online. You'll see that my area of expertise is water and salt. Okay, what drives that? Hormones, all kinds of different ones. You take exogenous hormones, you're gonna change the way you hold on to water and salt. Your muscles will look bigger and all of that sort of shit, right? But you're not gonna fucking. I'm not gonna gain 20 pounds of muscle this summer. Oh, okay. Wait, but maybe if you're 16, okay. But after that, you're not going to. Okay, like it's just a fucking lie, bro. And all these supplements and everything will be like, oh, you could take this, take this fucking whatever. Like the people who sell all those things, they fucking know that they don't even know how they work. Like these fucking these steroid things, right, from the plants. Nobody fucking knows how that shit works. And I just imagine it just probably draws water into your muscles, right? And so just stop thinking that fucking something is just going to come to you easy. You're not going to learn some special move that's going to take everybody out. Everybody's going to learn the same stuff eventually. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as just being able to put on a bunch of muscle really quick. There's no such fucking thing. Okay? There's no diet that's just going to make you look like a bodybuilder without fucking doing what they do. And I don't think that you should. Okay? So if you want to fucking keep doing this stuff until you're my age, like you just got to do it the old fashioned way. Okay? Just do shit the old fashioned way. Go to practice, train, lift weights, eat well, sleep well, carry your fucking normal job, whatever it is that you do. Take good care of your fucking family. Take good care of your fucking needs. Keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. It's only the only thing you can have is consistency. People will be like, what if I train 3 times a day? Shut up. You don't have the balls for that, right? Or like, well, I think I could be a world champion someday. You probably can't then, right? That's the Dunning-Kruger thing. You probably don't know how bad you suck. Okay? If you want to be a world champion and all that kind of stuff, then I'm not going to help you do it. Okay? Go find a world champion to help you do it. Right? You're going to fucking train with him for a little bit and find out that, oh shit, I don't really want this. Okay? There's nothing easy. Nothing easy comes in life. All these influencers are all selling you easy, easy, easy because that's how our brains fucking work. Nothing in life that's worth doing, okay? Like, is going to be easy ever. Okay? Like if you want to fucking have a good job or whatever, you got to work for it. You want whatever, you have to work for it. Okay? The lies, bro. Stop believing in the lies. There's no such thing as a fucking easy path. Okay? If you do it as easy, then your life will be hard. But if you do it as hard, then your life will be easy. Okay? Another fucking thing that Jay Robinson always said is if you're not improving, then you're coasting. And the only way to coast is downhill. You get fucking too complacent with yourself, well then fine. But what is this whole industry is to just make it think that like, oh, I could look like that this summer I'm going to look like that. Okay, good luck. Right? I'm going to get so much better, so much faster, all this kind of stuff. Just fucking keep showing up and just keep doing things, okay? Be careful about who you listen to. All right? So hopefully, like you get something out of this. If you don't, it doesn't matter because this isn't my fucking occupation. But have a good day, have a good weekend, right? Be careful who you listen to.